Welcome to the world of probiotic foods. This is Cultured Food Life with your host, Donna Schwenk.
Welcome, everybody, and thanks for joining me. And today we're going to be talking about a special smoothie that I make that so many people have been using this recipe and making it and getting better. And I wanted to share it with you because when you're trying to get better, when you've been sick or not feeling well and you're trying to recover, you just need something to reset your gut and to help boost your immune system. This is a quick and easy smoothie that really starts the ball rolling in the right direction. And it's very, very effective. And it kind of hits all the marks that you need to really jumpstart your immune system into being stronger or to help you recover from being sick. It's a fabulous smoothie, and it takes like less than 5 minutes to make. Now, one of the things that you need to know about the smoothie, there's like 4 components to it. And this particular smoothie, it lowers 19 inflammatory markers in the body because it uses kefir. And that can cause you to really, when you have a lot of inflammation in your body, it can cause you to feel very sick, very sluggish, very tired, and it can take a long time for you to feel better. And all of these components work together, and they help to give you different species in your gut that really are the ones that are important for boosting your immune system. We've seen some amazing results with this smoothie, and many people swear by it now, including me. I love this smoothie. It's fun to make, and it's something that I do every once in a while. I make kefir almost every day, but with these different 4 components, I'll do this probably once every couple of months because there's certain things in it that I don't need all the time. The HMOS, I don't need them all the time because I've really built that up, which helps build the phytobacteria. But let me explain to you why I added all these ingredients and why it's so important. Even if you only make a kefir smoothie with just kefir and some fruit in it, you are way ahead of the game. I have done this for years, maybe 22 years of making smoothies. As soon as I finish this podcast, I'm going to go make a smoothie because I'm doing this trying to get this done early because my last podcast didn't record correctly, so I'm redoing it. But I've seen such huge benefits with kefir that even if you just make a kefir smoothie with some frozen fruit, it is huge. It's great for boosting your immune system, but the other components I add just give you that extra thing that will help your immune system really kick into gear and will help reset your microbiome. So this is a super fun way to do it. And remember that when you make this smoothie and then you consume it, you're feeding those 100 trillion microbes that make up you. I mean, it's more than stars in the Milky Way galaxy. That's how much bacteria you are. And people don't realize that because they just take it for granted because they can't see it. It's microscopic. You can't see it. But it really does make up the person of you. It's more than 10 times the cells in your body is your bacteria. So it's really important to take care of it. And this is a great way to do it. Okay, so let me explain to you all the different components. First of all, kefir. So kefir will always be my favorite cultured food. Of all the cultured foods I've had, it's my favorite because it has the most benefits. It has the most probiotics with 50 plus good bacteria and yeast. And you need good yeast too. But it has more than any other cultured food. It has become one of the things I have almost every day, and especially in the morning. It's helped me in the early days. It helped me keep my blood pressure and my blood sugar in balance when I was having problems with those. And I said it before, it has 19 anti-inflammatory markers in this powerful food. And that was research that was done. And I can link that article in this article so you'll know and put it in the description below. You should read that article about just how powerful. They did a study on probiotic foods, cultured foods versus fiber, foods that were full of fiber, which are good because they're prebiotics. And they were shocked to see the difference that eating these cultured foods made. It was astounding. I think it was done at Stanford. And it's a pretty significant study. So I'll link that description below. It's really good. I also know that, it's been 22 years of having this food. And for many reasons, I have this food because it does so many things for me. Not only that, it also keeps things like colds and flus at bay, keeps my immune system strong. It helps me, it makes my skin glow. It does a million things, and there's nothing like kefir. So if you only have one of these 4 components, this is the one to do. I'll be eternally grateful to Kefir for all the things that he has done for me. And if I could only consume one food, it would be kefir. The second component is HMOs, it's a prebiotic, and it's human milk oligosaccharides. They're very specific carbohydrates that are essentially super prebiotics that occur naturally in mother's milk. They are the fastest way to build the most important bacteria, bifidobacteria in the gut, which is the one that feeds all the other species of bacteria in your gut. So it's a really important one. You actually get HMOs from your mother when you're born. As you nurse or you go through the birth canal, you get this from your mother. And now the HMOs that I'm recommending are not made actually human milk. They're made through a process of fermentation, and then they're purified to a purity of 98%. And these bioidentical HMOs deliver all the benefits without human milk in it. But boy, does it help build bifido. And bifido is so important. And here's the kicker. Kefir does not have bifido, but kefir feeds bifido. So having HMOs is one of the really most important things that you need to really get your immune system, because it controls your immune system. And a lot of people have had it diminished over the years as they get older. And it's something that a lot of people are missing. It's not missing completely, but diminished. And so they call it the young bacteria. It keeps you very young, and it keeps your immune system just at a high notch. And you don't need these forever, maybe a month, a couple of weeks or a month, to just start building it back. And then kefir and all the fruits and vegetables feed bifido, resistant starches. They're huge to feed bifido, and all those things will feed it and make it grow and multiply. And once you have a big group of bifido that's growing and multiplying, then it dominates and it feeds all those other bacteria. So HMOs are great, and it's just in a powder, or you can get a capsule, but I recommend the powder because you can put it in your smoothie, or you can open up the capsules and you put it in your smoothie. Don't have to do it forever, but it is a really fabulous component to really get you going and to keep your immune system strong. Now, the third component is a red phenol powder. Now, if you don't know what red phenol powders are, they're like everywhere. And I sell a product called Simple Reds, and I just put a scoop of this powder in my smoothie every morning. And it's got this one in particular. There's different ones, and they have different berries, but they're mostly berries. This one has beetroot powder, cranberry powder, goji powder, and strawberry powder, and apple peel powder. And those red pigments in those berries, they just supercharge your gut. And they also help your heart. They help your skin. They give you energy. Red phenols are very important to staying healthy. And you can get them through eating the, berries themselves, which we recommend in this smoothie too. But getting it in this powder is like a super concentrated form of it. And it makes you feel so much better. You'll notice the energy difference. And you can find red phenols in a lot of different places. Some of them have a lot of other ingredients that I don't really think you need. And this one's pretty simple. That's why they call it Simple Reds. It's just got the simple ones that really work very, very well. And one of the things in it is apple peel powder, which is really important for your bacteria in your gut called Akkermansia, which makes up like a fourth of your gut bacteria. And what Akkermansia does is it protects your gut lining. It seals it and heals it so that you don't get leaky gut or IBS and all those problems that people tend to have. And for instance, this happens a lot when people are taking a lot of anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, Advil, things like that. It can put holes in your gut if you keep taking it for long periods. And Akkermansia is one of the things that helps seal that. And one of its favorite foods is apple peel powder. It also loves apples, the peels of apples, and it likes berries. But that's a really, really important bacteria to feed and take care of. Because Akkermansia can do two things. If it doesn't have those fibrous foods and it doesn't have food, it can actually do a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing and turn around and eat the gut lining to stay alive. So you want to feed Akkermansia. And if you don't have a red phenol powder, you can just eat apples and that will help it, or berries. And it is a very powerful way to keep that gut lining sealed and healed. Because if you don't and you get leaky gut, then particles start leaking into your bloodstream, you get all kinds of health problems. So most people don't know about all these different bacteria that their body houses, but Akkermansia is one you should know. Bifido is one you should know. These are bacteria, Lactobacillus, that's a very important one. You're hundreds of different species, but these are important ones that will dominate in your body and keep the pathogens at bay. Because whatever is fed the most, whatever grows the most, whichever is the biggest of your bacteria will be the one that's dominant. And that's the one that will take over. And you want the good guys to take over. That's how you were designed. And so you want to feed those good guys. And that's what they love. They love fruits and vegetables and fibrous. All those things feed bacteria, prebiotics. But also you want them to grow in numbers, these strong bacteria, so that you can have a healthy gut, a healthy microbiome, and then a healthy immune system. Okay, so this would be is this the fourth or the third? This is the fourth, and this is frozen fruit. I love to add frozen fruit to smoothies because it makes it thick and creamy, and it gives some sweetness because kefir is a little tart. So adding fruit feeds the microbiome, fills me up, and I like to add frozen fruits like wild blueberries because they have tons of antioxidants in them. Strawberries, mangoes, pineapples, cherries, persimmons. Oh my gosh, I'm in a persimmon. I still have a few persimmons left. Persimmons will make your smoothie, and you can stick your persimmon in the fridge, the whole thing. You don't even have to peel it or cut it. Stick the whole thing in your freezer, not fridge. Freeze it. It stays soft, and then before you make your smoothie, just cut it into fours. And it will make the thickest, it's crazy, the thickest smoothie you've ever had. It has this, I don't know if it's the pectin that's in it, but it is one of my favorite things to add to a smoothie because of the texture it gives the smoothie. It's like a milkshake. It's awesome. And it's so sweet and so good, loaded with vitamin A. And I had never really had persimmons a lot until we moved west. And I tell you, it is absolutely one of my favorite fruits. It's delicious, and it is fabulous in a kefir smoothie. And the list of fruits I use changes through the year. Right now we're in strawberry season. I've got a few persimmons left, so I'm going to use those up because they kind of get ripe in November, and then people start selling them then. So they're kind of a Christmas fruit. They're great. I recommend you trying it because I feel bad I didn't know about it for all these years. I'm using strawberries right now. They're coming into season here. It's March. And they start to, get so sweet. They taste like candy. So, they're the sweetest. We have a strawberry vendor that is in Puma Valley, and we're in California. And I just cannot wait for those blueberries and strawberries to come out. And then I freeze them, which preserves the vitamins and minerals in it. And then they make your smoothies super creamy and thick. So those are the things. Plus, you get a lot of vitamin C from those berries, particularly strawberries. Are the fifth best source of vitamin C that you can get. And they'll also help you regulate your blood sugar because those berries are fibrous and they're so good for you. So many of my mornings are filled with strawberries and berries in my smoothie. And they always give me a fast and easy breakfast. And it takes less than 5 minutes to make. Now, orange juice is another special component that I add to the smoothie, which I kind of included with the fruit. But orange juice has this compound in it called asparagine that just has so many health benefits. It helps keep your heart healthy. It improves your blood pressure. It keeps viruses at bay. It helps with cognitive functions. And it boosts your immune system tremendously. And they even did studies where it helped your blood sugar. Now, orange juice at the store is not the same as fresh squeezed orange juice. They pasteurize it, so that kills all the vitamin C. So then they have to add the vitamin C back in, which is, an artificial form of vitamin C, it's a different type of vitamin C, which often competes with some of the stuff in your own body. Some of these vitamins that they add to things often compete with the vitamins that are naturally found in foods. But it takes out the flavor and it takes out the color. So they have to add back a different color. And then they had to add the flavoring back because the heat that they used to pasteurize the orange juice kills it. And it's really not orange juice anymore. So just go get some oranges and squeeze them in there. You only need like a fourth of a cup. And there are so many benefits to adding orange juice to your day. And it makes such a big difference it gives your especially your immune system a huge boost because there's so much vitamin C in it. So if you're going to get some orange juice and stick it in there, and you can add more than a fourth cup if you want, but always get fresh squeeze. It makes a huge difference. We also have some recipes where we have a kefir soda starter, and people have been buying some orange juice at the stores, and it doesn't work like the fresh squeeze does, because I don't know what they've done to it, but it doesn't get bubbly. It doesn't ferment. So I always recommend people to make their own if they want to make a kefir soda with orange juice to get fresh squeeze, because some brands work, some brands don't, because it's really not orange juice anymore. Interestingly enough, like the orange juice at stores just makes my husband have terrible indigestion, but this fresh squeeze doesn't bother him at all, and he can drink twice as much. So that's just my tip, trying to help people, get the good stuff. It makes all the difference. So this is the smoothie that I have. So it's got all these components: kefir, HMOs, which are prebiotics, a red Fenol powder, or what my product, Simple Red. You can find red Fenol powders almost anywhere. And then frozen fruit and orange juice together. You blend that all up in a smoothie. It takes 30 seconds, and it is one of my favorite things to have in the morning. And it will help you get better faster, or help reset your microbiome in a very, very powerful way. So I hope that helps. Try to give you things that I do. These are things that I do all the time, and it's one of my favorite. I have a video on this smoothie on YouTube if you want to see it, and I'll link that below. But give it a try, or look at the recipe. I'll post the article too and the recipe in the description. So thanks for listening, guys, and we will talk to you next week.